Have you ever been told that a piece of land has a registered survey and so it's safe to buy? And then you realize later that it's a government acquired land. Scary, right? Today, I'm going to break down the hidden truths behind registered surveys in Lagos State and why that shiny red copy might not protect you. Stick with me, as this could save you millions of naira. Let's rewind a bit. When land banking became accessible in Nigeria, especially in Lagos, the average person finally had a shot at owning a land. But with affordability came a catch. Most of the lands within the affordability range were majorly freehold land with survey as title. And then realtors started pushing the phrase freehold and registered survey as title for estate land in their several marketing flyers and videos. But let's get something straight. Registered survey is not a title. A title, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is either a CFO, governor's consent, government allocation, or gazette. But having a registered survey on a land in Lagos State used to be a sign that a land is genuine, even without charting the land. But that is not the case anymore. The system in Lagos State for having a registered survey used to be that surveyors must always get a written consent from the Office of the Surveyor General's office before approving any survey to be a registered survey. This made the procedure safe, as the surveyor would never approve registered survey on a committed land or any land that conflicts with state government plans. This is to make somebody having a registered survey on their land to have some level of peace of mind that their land is safe, even without having CFO. But while this seemed like a perfect approach, this didn't sit well with some private practicing surveyors. On December 10, 2020, 7 aggrieved surveyors filed a suit against the Surveyor General's Office of Lagos State, challenging the Section 5 of the Lagos State Survey Law that requires that surveyor obtain written consent from the Office of the Surveyor General's Office before approving any survey to be a registered survey. They argue that this requirement violated the Nigerian Constitution and the Surveyors Council of Nigerians Act. On the 2nd of August 2022, the Federal High Court of Lagos, in a ruling by Justice Daniel Osiago, declared the Section 5 of the Lagos State Survey Law to be unconstitutional. The court held that the Surveyor General of Lagos State lacked the authority to demand consent or countersign any survey prepared by a registered surveyor before making it a registered survey. The court affirmed that only the Surveyors Council of Nigeria has the power to regulate and supervise survey practices throughout Nigeria. This decision had significant implications on the survey professions in Lagos State, as it allows surveyors to carry out their duties without necessary approval from the Lagos State government. Hence, the beginning of more land complications in Lagos. This made it easy for any licensed surveyor to get a registered survey done for any land without strict supervision from the Lagos State government. It made it easy for unscrupulous and dubious players to get registered survey done on any type of land, even the committed ones that are meant to be no-go areas. You see, now in Lagos State, if you want a registered survey done on a land that is obviously an expressway on the city master plan, surveyors can actually get it done. That is how much absolute power they have when it comes to registering a survey now in Lagos State. Now let's ask ourselves, who gets to suffer more from these negative implications of this change of power? Is it the surveyors, the government, or the innocent real estate buyers? You see, this change of power period happened to be a time where the land banking model thing in Lagos got saturated with both genuine and dubious players taking over the industry. So it made it easy for investors to get scammed with the idea that the land has a registered survey. Because the information most people even see on the internet those times is that with a registered survey land in Lagos, you're safe, because that is what used to be the truth, which is not the case anymore. But not everybody is aware of that. Believe me, even a lot of real estate developers fell victim of all of these scams, because even the traditional families you're buying for, the information they keep telling you is that their land has a red copy, their land has a registered survey. So sometimes most of these families are not necessarily dubious when dealing with real estate companies buying committed land from them. It's just a case of uninformed people transacting with each other. And I'll tell you one fact, we also almost fell victim of this a couple years ago while trying to embark on some of our site and service projects. But luckily for us, we were informed and we understand how to go about our due diligence procedure properly. However, the Lagos State Surveyor General's office, understanding the implication of this changing system, they know that people will start getting scammed and eventually start blaming the government for issuing register survey on a committed land. So the Surveyor General's office, in order to exonerate themselves, created a remark portion in the lodgement certificate of every register survey to show the actual status of the land that you're buying, whether it's committed or free from government acquisition. So that way, no one would blame the government if they fall victim of buying such wrong land. Additionally, as part of the land digitization of Lagos State, the Surveyor General's office created an online portal for people to verify the authenticity of a lodged register survey, where you can see every information about the land, including the actual status of the land, the measurement, and every other information. This site, although it works, but they still need to improve it to make it safe for users. And it's meant to be a public information, but I'm sure a lot of people are not aware of it. So I'll be sharing the link of the site in the description of this video. Please note that this site only works for survey registered from around October-November 2023 till this moment and going forward. And all you have to do to verify your lodge certificate on the site is to click the link in the description of this video, and this page will pop up. And then you type in the file number of your register survey in the box here and click view certificate, and voila, the lodgement certificate for your register survey will pop up. Take note, you see the remark here says it's free from all known government acquisition. But the remark of this other lodgement says it's on a revocation land, and they are both a properly lodged register survey. So next time you want to buy a property and you're told it has just registered survey, I'd rather you chart the land to know the actual status of the land instead of just depending on the content of the registered survey. This information is for real estate buyers, realtors, and also aspiring and new real estate developers. Unfortunately, only Lagos State has this kind of infrastructure for now, but I know very soon other states will follow through. I hope you got some value. I'm the Kabiyesi, and this is my kingdom.